That looks like a fun game. I did a Google search and found plenty of jokes about lawyers, but none about compliance officers. So I asked someone, and their response, compliance just isn't funny. Well, while compliance might not be funny, our speakers thought learning about compliance could at least be fun. Here's what they had to say.
If there has been messages that are serious, then I think every once in a while being able to step back and have a little fun with it makes people give a little chuckle. We really wanted to try to switch the format of our employee newsletter. What we ended up moving towards was having a little comic strip, and we call it As the IRF Turns. IRF is Inpatient Rehab Facility.
We've also done some dry humor within our education lessons.
We do try to interject some humor and things of that nature into the education.
As we came up with our privacy initiative, because it was an area through risk assessment, we found that our employees just didn't seem to get the concept. And we started a Bulldog campaign. Well, Bulldog, he needed a name. So we had a massive contest to who could name the Bulldog. And we awarded those individuals with what we call eye gear, so we give them Intermountain, then t-shirts, logos type of stuff. So they were engaged, and it became something that every year, now some of our employees are saying, what's the contest this year?
Our theme last year was For Your Eyes Only, and it happened to be timed great with the release of the new James Bond movie. And so we had hospitals sort of picking up and just doing, taking off on that theme about For Your Eyes Only with HIPAA and all the pieces surrounding and protecting patient confidentiality.
We put their word games on our training, our online training, and we just came out with a compliance cookbook, and all the recipes are named with different things from compliance, you know, integrity soup and things of that nature.
Okay, I got to run. I have got to meet a patient. So can we continue this discussion sometime soon?
Certainly. Just let me know when it's convenient for you.
Great.
I care about our relationship.
Well, thank you. So do I.
Members of our panel talked about the importance of the personal touch. This is even more important given our fast-paced multimedia world. Delivering a clear and concise educational message can even be more meaningful if done in person.
There are still groups that like and enjoy the live education. They love the one-on-one. We've been able to get into the leadership groups across the organization, even if we only had 15 minutes or 30 minutes.
So we tend to do more communication through verbal and face-to-face and interaction with groups than we tend to do in writing.
We bring all of our pharmacy managers together at least once a year, and we do a presentation to them on compliance and regulatory updates.
We periodically, once every 3 or 4 months, have anybody who's new in any of those roles, a CEO or CFO or the director of therapy, the director of nursing, the human resources director comes to corporate for an in-person education training session, of which one piece of that is compliance. The great opportunity there is that they get to see a face, they get to meet you, that makes it that much more accessible.
Well, I just completed a round of physician transaction education in our organization where I literally presented more than 60 in-person sessions, hitting virtually every management employee in each of our hospitals who was in any way involved in business relationships with physicians.
Our pharmacy managers have a weekly call, and we're broken up into regions, and so myself most often, but somebody on my staff will participate in those general manager calls and be available to answer questions.
Website is a key feature of an education program. Consistent branding was also mentioned several times as a way to increase awareness and positive response to education. Here are the thoughts of our speakers.
We have a website on our internal company intranet called Compliance Central. And it's when everyone opens up their computer and they log on to eTenant every morning, they see it right there.
We have our code of conduct. We also have relevant compliance policies are there, all of the contact information and kind of descriptions of who we all are in the corporate office, as well as the compliance directors at the local entities. We have regulatory updates that we've created that are on a quarterly basis, and any other publications that we do.
We are starting to develop in key areas of interest, like, for instance, red flags rules, the identity theft aspects. We're opening up a frequently asked questions area where people can actually ask their questions online, and then we will get the response back to them, and anyone who logs into that website then has that answer as well.
And on there we have our newsletters, we have our compliance policies and procedures, we may have important developments. So it's really designed to be a resource. We may talk about some initiatives that are going on. We may talk about issues that hospitals or either, again, CHW or outside of CHW are encountering.
We also have another tab called Monitor, and that's a tab that you can go to if you want to monitor any of the different areas of compliance that we focus on. When you click on Monitor, we have divided all of our policies and procedures into 8 subject matters or focus areas of compliance, if you will.
When we do audits, we provide some of those tools on there. We have self-assessment tools that we use for our pharmacies as well. Try to create as many tools and make them available to our organization as well, so that we're not spending a whole lot of time answering simple questions that they could get from our website.
One of the things that we kind of shy away as compliance professionals is maybe to look at the marketing aspect. And really, getting the message out is marketing.
We have created a brand. It's Integrity in Action.
One of the things that we are currently doing is kind of trying to start with the branding and using it with newsletters, website, and to have kind of just to have it be kind of recognizable, trying to use just some up-to-date graphics and just make things more interesting.
We have a theme, and that theme is both a visual theme as well as a substantive theme that runs throughout the training. So this year's theme is Ethics Tube, kind of playing on YouTube. We have 5 video scenarios commenting on different ethical challenges. We use that Ethics Tube label, theme, and logo that we developed on all of our communications so that everyone is clear that this is the ethics and compliance training that we're doing this year.